Cane Springs High School Library in North Las Vegas, welcome to the Library Makerspace podcast. I'm Jerry Rice alongside Easton Drayton and our librarian, Dr. Rico. This podcast discusses everything and anything in the library and much more. We have a full slate today. Easton, what's on the program?
Well, we have our proudest pioneer, Dr. Grillo, back again. Thanks for joining us. And we have Miss, would you like to introduce yourself?
I'm Miss Antonio, yes.
We have a new guest. She was involved with a group vacation.
A teacher program.
We'll get into it, ladies and gentlemen.
That sounds good.
Who also just returned from Sicily.
Yes, indeed.
In Italy, it is an island for a conference where they presented topics in education.
That is very true. So we have the Library News Minute segment. You want to do that now, Dr. Rico?
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Let's see if I can do it.
It's going to be a couple minutes, but...
Okay.
Congratulations to our Nevada Reading Week Reading Challenge winners Grace White and Suelo Jimenez. The library, along with the Language Exchange Club, will host the first annual Pechacucha in the library contest, April 14th through the 16th during both lunch periods. It's open to both students and staff members. What is Pechacucha? Pechacucha is a global storytelling phenomenon that started in Japan and has since spread to over 1,200 cities worldwide. This high-energy format gives each presenter 20 slides, with only 20 seconds per slide, no exceptions. Your challenge? Deliver a compelling, creative, and concise presentation in just 6 minutes and 40 seconds. Sign up today in the library or hit the QR code on the screen. That is our Library News Minute segment. That was pretty quick, right?
Very quick.
About what, 45 maybe? 60?
You're better than me.
Awesome. All right, so let's get stuck in it.
Back in Vegas, how are we feeling?
Feeling great. How about you, Dr.
I'm rested. It was great. It was a great time, but it's good to be back home.
Are we missing Sicily?
Or London?
I'm missing Sicily a little bit. I realized how much I enjoyed it.
I agree with you. It was amazing. It was just a beautiful place, beautiful people, beautiful food. It was the win all right.
Oh, I saw the food. It looks amazing. Have you
delicious.
seen the pictures of the food?
I saw the pictures, yeah.
It's delicious.
It's mostly pastries, right?
And the best pasta in the world.
The best pasta. And,
best pasta.
and we had lunch the first day right on the beach in Palermo. It was great.
It was
fabulous.
fantastic.
Right by, well, it's not, I thought it was the Mediterranean Sea, but actually it's the Turanian Sea. The Mediterranean Sea was on the other side of Sicily. I didn't know that because I said it was the Mediterranean Sea.
You did.
Right. But it actually, the other side of the island was the Mediterranean Sea. It was the Turanian Sea, which is between Sicily and Italy.
However, it was just simply
fabulous.
gorgeous. Yeah, you couldn't have asked
Fabulous.
on the patio, having a beautiful lunch, pasta out of this world. It was a great company getting prepared for us to go teach, and we knocked it out of the park, I think.
We had a great time, and I think we helped those people.
I believe we did.
Yeah.
You guys are good educators, so you
You're
most
kind.
likely helped.
We've been around for a while. Let's just say that.
So have we all.
Do you want to tell our lovely listeners what did you guys speak about at the conference? A little rundown.
You want first or second?
I can go ahead. Basically, for me, I just kind of talked on accommodations and modifications for our kids that need extra time or any kind of special needs that they may have, whether they have a disability or not. So some of the teachers there, they were just kind of asking a lot of questions for different predicaments that they have with kids, and we answered those for them. We gave them some paperwork on some modifications and accommodations that they can utilize in their school. And they seem to be very receptive because they don't have quite a lot of avenues like that for them to, fall back on in the support. So I felt really good about that.
I thought she did a great job. I told her what came out most was her love for people. That's what I was watching her and I said, wow, she was dynamite.
Oh, well, thank you, Dr. Bill.
Right.
Autographs later.
What about you?
First of all, I was a little surprised, but it was fine because I was under the intention, belief that it was going to be teaching adults because it was teachers helping teachers. So I expected it to be our audience to be teachers. And there were some teachers there, right? But I was happy to see there was about 40 students there. And I found out that they were language students, so they wanted to hear people speaking in English, right? So that's why they were there. But I spoke on the We the People program, which Jerry is a great part of at school.
She is.
And so we explained what the We the People program was and its history and what it does. And I showed pictures of Unit 6 that won the unit award at state. And then I showed pictures of the whole team. and I explained how fortunate we've been, that how we've made state competition 16 years in a row, and they were impressed with that, and it was good. And then I just felt there was a discussion on the election, so I wanted to talk about how the U.S. election works, and I tried to explain the Electoral College and how that worked, and we talked about the 23rd Amendment, how Washington, D.C. got the right to vote because they were in a state. Mm-hmm. So I thought it went well.
I do too. And you know what the best part of Dr. Gorilla's presentation was? He showed a lot of the videos of the kids and how they were debating, and the audience was out of control. They just were like in awe, and so that they loved watching the other kids.
The kids love the kids.
Yes,
Oh,
they do.
great.
Yeah, so it was a really, really nice presentation.
Right.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a lot of hard work we put in for the program. So
Yeah, it was phenomenal. What
How
you guys
is
do.
it
Thank
like
you.
preparing for something like this? Is this something you're used to doing, an event like this, or
No.
was it new?
No.
No.
It was the first time I've ever done anything like this, but it went fine. First of all, Dr. Rico is my great friend, but in love, he twisted my arm, which is fine, because I told the story that
Tricked him into it. I really tricked him into coming.
he did, because first of all, I wasn't going to go. And then my friend at church said, you should go. So I was, okay, I'll go. Right. So then I thought I was going on vacation. I really thought I was going on vacation. I thought I was going to sit back, enjoy the scenery, enjoy Sicily, and no problem. And we enjoyed London also. Right. And then we were practicing for We the People one day in here. And he said, and he calls me Doc. And he says, Doc, this is what you should do. You should present this. Right. So I said, okay. And then the more I got into it, it was easy because I just had to talk about the program. Right. But it was just trying to think, okay, what we're going to do and how we're going to keep about 15 minutes of discussion, which it went real quick. It was real easy. Good. Right.
So you went to Sicily and London. Is there any other places we explored around?
Well, we landed and jump in anytime you want, please. We landed in London.
We did.
And we were the first two to land in London. There was another teacher that just went on and did his own thing, and Dr. Rico came in later on. So Miss Antonino and I, we managed to get to the train system. So we landed at Gatwick Airport, and this was exciting. And now we can laugh about it now. We weren't laughing when it was happening. We were not laughing.
No, it was not. I was ready to go back home. I was like, this is not working out for me, and you need to get me a cab. And we were stuck in the middle of a subway.
And the train. Well, I had New York City train experience, so I had a little bit what to expect. But I didn't. They called the subway in London the Underground, and I thought the whole thing was the Underground. Well, what I didn't understand was that the train we had to take from the airport the first train, was not part of the Underground. It was just a regular train that was above the ground, right?
Oh.
Right. And we didn't know that. So then I got a little bit of a scare because I mapped out early the whole train system, and I showed her the map, right? So we had to take the train from Gatwick Airport to London Victory Plaza. So my map said Victory Plaza. So I said, okay, we got to go to Victory Plaza, change trains, take another train, one stop, change trains again, take another train, one more stop, and then that would let us right by near our hotel. So that was the plan. Well, we're on the train, and they're announcing the stops, and I got afraid. Because they said London Victory, so and so. And I just had this thought. My map didn't say London Victory. My map said Victory. And I had this thought, what happens if there's two maps? What happens if London Victory is not Victory Plaza on my map?
Yeah.
And that would have completely messed us up. Mm-hmm. And I told her that. But thank God, I mean, it was fine. Right? But we got there. We humbled and hard, but we got there. We managed.
We did.
Sounds like the journey to the presentation was harder than the presentation itself.
Well, that was the beginning of it. So,
Well,
yeah.
London, England, Sicily was easy. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, London was. We stayed at Piccadilly Circus, and then we decided the next day to go and take a little adventure out to see the palace and different things, and went on a double-decker bus. So we got to see everything, which was really remarkable. And then on the way back, I'm going to let him take over. There was a big, huge outbreak of go ahead.
So we just walked into the biggest anti-Israel, pro-Hamas, pro-Gaza demonstration that you can imagine. It just went on and on and on and on. And the people, loudspeakers and cars coming by with loudspeakers on them, and people just chanting, Palestinian flags all over the place, and all they kept quoting was "From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free," over and over and over and over again, right? And obviously that was from the Euphrates River to the Mediterranean Sea, right? And I was aware what was going on, and I wasn't really concerned at all. And I respect Miss Antino because she used brains, right? I was not upset. I was not concerned at all. But she said, "We got to get out of here. All you need is one nut with a gun, and people are going to get hurt." Well, she's right? But
we did run into a nut, but we don't know if he had a weapon or not. So by that time, we had to get out of there fast.
Right. And then at the very, very end of that demonstration, and I mean a very small contingent behind a fence, because the police were all over the place behind the fence, there was a small contingent of pro-Israeli. So you had these thousands of, it looked like thousands of Palestinian flags, and then maybe 20 Israeli flags, right?
Hold on for a second. I think we're going to restart the footage. Oh, quick break.
Quick break.
Sorry.
Commercial break.
Jeez.